Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews. Today we are going to be taking a look at some older Jurassic World figures. These are ones that I have pretty much either bought recently or just discovered them while I've been having a bit of a clear out and just haven't gotten round to review them when they were new. So we're going to be taking a look at 4 different figures today from different from a variety of different series that Mattel has done over the years. So the first one is going to be the Attack Pack Callovosaurus, which I still have boxed. Unfortunately, the glue has come away, so this box will be going in the bin once I've reviewed it. But yeah, I got this from a convention last year and just haven't got round to reviewing it. So yep, shall we take a look at that one? We're also going to be taking a look at the Attack Pack Ornitholestes, which was from the same wave as the Callovosaurus. So we've got the Ornitholestes. We have the dark brown Savage Strike Stygimoloch to look at as well. At least I believe this was the Savage Strike one. It does have an arm missing, because I got this for 20p from a charity shop, but I'm not bothered. It doesn't take away from the figure. And finally, we'll be taking a look at the black battle damaged Velociraptor. This one does have quite a bit of paint wear because I got this second hand from the same convention that I got the Callovosaurus at, and I do believe I actually bought them at the same time as well. So yeah, so let's head on over to the table and get a closer look at these really neat figures. See you over there. Okay, so here we are. Here are the figures. I'm going to get things started with the Callovosaurus since that's the one still in the box. So I shall just put those over here and get the Callovosaurus over here. Now, I can't actually remember which wave this was from. I don't think it's from the Fallen Kingdom line. It might be the Dino Rivals line. This vaguely reminds me of the Dino Rivals packaging of this. But I could be wrong, and it could be the Fallen Kingdom line. But I'm not entirely sure. I think the Dino Rivals line is when they started when Mattel started diverting into species that aren't actually officially in the Jurassic franchise, like Callovosaurus and stuff like that. So as you can see, here is the packaging on the front. So we've got a nice picture of Owen and Blue with the Callovosaurus there, a Attack Pack, and then the nice sunset in the back with the fencing and the Jurassic World logo up here. And then on the back we've got the rest of the ones in the wave. I do have the Ornitholestes here to review. I've already reviewed the Herrerasaurus in the past, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I have. And I don't have that Dracorex. That's one of the Dracorexes I missed out on. So yeah, let's have a quick look at it. As you can see, the glue has given out. So I can just throw the packaging away. And here is the figure. It's a really nice figure. Sort of reminds me of an Iguanodon. I do believe Callovosaurus is in the same family as Iguanodon. So if it is, then that would make sense. And yeah, the eyes have been painted really nicely on this one. This was back when Mattel didn't really do sloppy eye paint. I mean, this eye is wandering a little bit, but it's no biggie. But yeah, this was pretty much back when Mattel was still relatively new to the Jurassic franchise, so their figures were really nicely done. So the figure mostly is done in this dark blue colour with these orangey brown splotches going down the back and on the tail. And then we do have some lighter blue markings on the tail itself and just around the butt. And then that's about it. The beak has been painted in that same light blue. The eyes have been done in a nice yellow colour. You're going to focus on that camera? There we go. And that's about it. No painted claws. But considering we have the rest of the entirety of the figure is painted, we can let them off for, no claw paint. But yep. For articulation, the head can go up and down on a nice big joint. That is about like the neutral resting position. The tail can go side to side. See, this articulation makes sense. Not the other articulation that the attack backs tend to have. The legs can go, well, arms can go forward and back, as can the legs. And then if we go under here, there is the scan code for the Callovosaurus. You definitely should have this one by now. This was from, does it say the date on the back here? 2019. 2019. So this is from just before the COVID. Not long before the COVID pandemic happened. But yeah, there's the scan code for the Callovosaurus. Like I said, you should have this by now, either from owning the figure yourself or watching other people review it, because this is an older figure. So I'll put Callovosaurus over there, and we'll bring in its wave mate, the Ornitholestes. Now I ended up getting this one for Christmas from my friend. It was already unboxed, so it was just the figure as like this, but it still has the scan code. It's still in pretty good condition, so I thought, why not? This is the only figure of the Ornitholestes. They haven't reused, they haven't produced a repaint of this figure at all. I don't think they plan to, which is a shame, because I do honestly really like this sculpt. It kind of reminds me of a Coelophysis as well as an Ornitholestes. Obviously, this being the Jurassic franchise, there are no feathers on it. I do believe Ornitholestes was a little feathered dinosaur. But enough of that, let's have a look at the figure. So the eyes have been painted really nicely on this one. Well, apart from that one's staring up into space, but I meant they're both like in their eye sockets rather than wandering down the face. They've got a nice little bit of metallic orange paint around the eye on both sides. The inside of the mouth, like the tongue, has been painted nicely. As you can see, there is a bit of paint wear on the teeth, but I did get this one second-hand, so yeah, it's to be expected. The main body of the dinosaur is done in this nice brown colour, with these creamy coloured patterns going down from the back of the head to just above the hips, and then it is also on the hips and on the tip of the tail. There's also this nice grey colour starting as the bottom jaw, and that goes all the way down to the dinosaur's butt, which is really nice for Mattel. Both of these are back, like I said, back when Mattel did really nice paint jobs on their dinosaurs, whereas now you'll have unpainted tails. The underbelly marking might be on the jaw, a little teeny tiny bit on the neck, or a little teeny tiny bit under the belly, and then that's it. So I do believe they're getting a little lazier with the paint jobs, but every now and then they will still throw a nice creative one out. Once again, no painted claws. I do believe this is just a thing with the attack packs, because they are the cheaper figures. But for articulation, as you saw earlier, you can open and close the mouth. The head can go up and down like the Callovosaurus. The arms can go forward and back, and so can the legs. And the tail can also rotate as, one of the pointless points of articulation. Because as soon as you do it, you break the sculpt, and it just looks odd. Maybe that's why they haven't really painted the tails. Because if they put this underbelly paint going all the way under the tail, it would be even more obvious. So maybe that's why they don't paint under the tail. Here is the scan code for the Ornitholestes. Once again, one you should already have by now because it's an older figure. It is the Callovosaurus' wave mate. But yeah. So yeah, that is the Ornitholestes. At least I am saying it right. It is Ornitholestes, isn't it? And it's not something else. Yes. Ornitholestes. So yeah. it's kind of disappointed that they haven't, re-released this mold, because it is a really nice mold. Same with the Troodon that they made. They haven't reused that. That was like a one-off figure. Next, we'll go on to this Savage Strike Stygimoloch. Once again, I am not 100% sure which line this was made in. I don't think it was the Dino Rivals. It might have been the one after it, which was it Primal Attack that came after Dino Rivals? Anyway, I think it was the one after Dino Rivals anyway. So the eyes on this figure have not been painted at all. They are just the same brown as the body, but they've had the pupils painted on. We've got this nice, like, dark brown, almost purpley colour going from the back of the neck down to just the start of the tail, and to the base of the tail. And then obviously the horns are painted in that dark grey creamy colour, and there's a dark creamy colour that runs from the bottom jaw all the way down to the base of the tail. And obviously the beak has been painted in that dark purpley colour, and the claws on the feet at least have been painted black. And then we've also got some of that dark purple splotching on the foot and on the leg. Now, like I said, my copy of this is missing an arm, but I'm not bothered, because this is a figure that I missed out on initially, so I'm just happy to have it. For articulation, the head is on a ball joint. The arm I was going to say the arms, but just the arm can go forward and back, and also out to the side. The legs can go forward and back as well, and I don't believe they can. Yeah, they can't go outwards, but they can go forward and back. That's it for articulation. Also, because this is a Savage Strike figure, it means they have a gimmick rather than just being posable figures like the other two. And with this one, is if you move the tail down, the head will also move. So it headbutts, basically. So it's a gimmick you'd expect from a pachycephalosaurid dinosaur. And here underneath is the scan code. So one of the things about finding these secondhand is sometimes the scan code sticker has been pulled off. But here is the scan code for this dark brown Stygimoloch. Once again, one you probably should already have because this is an older figure. Can't really remember what year this came out, but I think it was in the middle. But yep, so that is the Stygimoloch. And last but not least for this video is the battle-damaged Velociraptor. This is the black version, which I believe was quite hard to find in the US. Also the UK. The entire line, well, the wave that this was in, because it was the black Velociraptor, the Gassosaurus, and the weird mustardy yellow coloured Triceratops. Pretty much everywhere that line evaded a lot of people. I managed to get the Gassosaurus in Asda. They did have some Triceratops there as well. Unfortunately, I did not grab one of those. But I never found the Velociraptor, so getting it secondhand at a convention was the next best thing. Unfortunately, this one has seen better days, as you will see when we get a closer look at it. But I'm still just really glad to have this guy in my collection. So let's have a closer look at him. I'm going to do this. Doing it this way is easier. So the eyes have been painted nice and evenly on this figure. But as you can see, the eye paint has started to rub off, especially on this eye. But that is because, like I said, it's secondhand. It's also looks like it's been run over by something because there's a lot of plastic peeling off it. Like it's been scraped along the ground. So once again, that is coming down to it being a second-hand figure, probably a well played with figure by the looks of it. If you look in the mouth, I would say the inside of the mouth has been painted really well, which it would have been initially if it was brand new. but nearly all of the paint has worn off from inside the mouth, both on the teeth and the tongue. So I'm going to say it was painted really well until a child got hold of it. We're coming down to the arms. No painted claws on the feet, or the hands. But most of the figure, in fact, all of the figure is sculpted in this really nice dark grey colour. It's like a really dark grey with black markings going down the back. There is no underbelly paint at all. It is literally just dark grey and black. But that kind of adds some nice touches to it, because this raptor, I believe, would be amazing for nighttime shots if you do like toy photography and stuff like that. So yeah, this raptor would be really cool for nighttime hunt photography. But for articulation, the head is on a swivel hinge, so it can hinge up and down and then swivel all the way around. The mouth can open and close, as you saw earlier. The arms can go forward and back and also out to the side. The hinges on this, because it is an older figure, you know, the hinges are very, very loose, but I'm not bothered. The legs can go forward and back. I don't really like doing it with this one because I don't know how much strain the previous child owner has put on these joints. But the legs can also go in and out with this one. Very, very loose. Doesn't mean look. It's a very loose figure. The only thing that isn't is the head. The tail cannot rotate on this one, which is, you know, strange. And also we have the battle damage feature. So there is this little window in the side of the dinosaur, and if you just hit it, it will open up, revealing some nice fleshy wounds. And then you can just close it back up. So yeah, overall, I do believe the Battle Damage Raptor is one of the best Velociraptors that Mattel has given us. I do also like the Savage Strike one with the scratchy arms. That's also a really nice one. And I've heard that the recent extreme damage ones, which unfortunately are only available in the US, I've heard that those ones are really nice as well. But I do like the current like attack pack style Raptor as well, the ferocious pack ones. But yeah. Oh, scan code. Here's the scan code for the black battle damaged Velociraptor as well. So just pause the video and scan away if you don't already have it. This is one that you may not have in your collection. So yeah, I'll just bring all of the boys back in, or the girls, because it's a Jurassic franchise, so they're probably all female. But yeah, that's all I can really say about these figures. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment if you liked these figures, or if you have them yourself. And I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!